Yo, what's up guys? I will show you the top 5 fastest cars in GTA Online. With the new update we have a new fastest car. I will show the 5 fastest HSW cars and also the 5 fastest cars without HSW upgrades for everyone that doesn't play on next gen. Now let's get straight into it. We will start with the cars without HSW upgrades. At number 5 we have the Fister 811, coming in at 132.50 miles per hour or 213.24 kilometers an hour. You can buy this awesome supercar on the legendary motorsport site for $1,135,000. The 811 is based on a real-life Porsche 980 hypercar. The back of this car is based on the Koenigsegg Regera. It's an older car being released back in June 2016 in the Finance and Felony update. This was always one of my favorite cars in GTA Online, and I remember when it got added for the first time, it was competing for the fastest car, which was the T20 at the time. The 811 has great performance, it has all-wheel drive and it has amazing acceleration. One of the only flaws of this car is when you're taking turns. It's awesome for races that go in a straight line or drag races, but for races with a lot of turns it will struggle. The Gradiatelli RSX is the 4th fastest non-HSW vehicle in GTA Online. Its top speed is 135.30 miles per hour or 217.74 kilometers an hour. It's a bit pricey, coming in at $3,465,000 on the legendary motorsport website. It was added back in December 2022 with the Cayo Perico heist update, making it one of my favorite cars since then. Not only because of its performance, but also because of how this car looks. I think it's beautiful, it's based on a real-life Ferrari SF90. Regarding the performance, it's still a great car for land races. With its high top speed it can beat most vehicles in the supercar class. It also has excellent acceleration, you can compare the acceleration with the Italy GTO. Although the handling is not that great anymore if you compare it to all the other cars in GTA Online. It can easily spin out because of its stiff suspension. To this day I still see people use it in races and it still performs well. However, it's clearly not the best car and that's why it's in 4th place. Next we have the Ocelot Pariah at 3rd place, and this car always amazes me when I keep seeing it in the list of the fastest cars in GTA Online. Non-HSW cars to be clear. Its top speed is 136 miles per hour or 218.87 kilometers an hour. It's very well priced, $1,420,000 on the legendary motorsport website. It was released in 2017 with the Doomsday Heist update. That's the main reason it keeps surprising me, cause the Doomsday Heist update feels like ages ago, and it is. 7 years ago is a long time ago and it's still one of the fastest non-HSW cars in the game. The Pariah is based on a real-life Aston Martin V12 Zagotto, also partly on the Ferrari 812 Superfast and the Jaguar F-Type. Even though it's really fast, it does lag when it comes to handling and traction. The handling is decent, but nothing special, and you can easily spin out when going over bumps. We also gotta keep in mind that this is a sports car and not a supercar, so it's still amazing in sport class races. In 2nd place we have the BF Weevil Custom, making it drop down 1 spot from 1st place, with a top speed of 137.50 miles per hour or 221.28 kilometers an hour. It was 1st place in the non-HSW list for years, but another car has taken that spot. Keep in mind that the BF Weevil Custom is the fast car and not the normal BF Weevil. So you have to buy it for $870,000 on Benny's website and then upgrade it at Benny's workshop for an additional $980,000. The BF Weevil Custom is interesting, yes, it's the fastest car and it has great customization options, but other than that it's just bad. You can't really steer with this thing, the brakes are horrible, and same goes for the traction. If you're wondering, this is a muscle car, so it's the fastest non-HSW car in the muscle class, and if you're doing a drag race or a race in a straight line you should definitely use this car. Now coming in at number 1, the fastest non-HSW car in GTA Online is the brand new Bravado Banshee GTS. They added this on December 10, 2024 in the latest Agents of Sabotage DLC. Its top speed is 138 miles per hour or 222.09 kilometers an hour, with a price tag of nearly $2 million on the legendary motorsport website. Now I have tested this car in a couple races and let me tell you, it's definitely the best car in the game. I will share my personal opinion about this car later in this video when I show the fastest HSW cars. Summarized, it handles great on the road, it has excellent brakes, awesome acceleration and of course an insane top speed. Now the fastest HSW cars. At number 5 we have the D-Class Vigero CX with a top speed of 157.50 miles per hour or 253.47 kilometers an hour. It will cost you $1,947,000 on the San Andreas Super Autos website. It's the 2nd fastest muscle car, that's because its brother, the D-Class Vigero CX Convertible, is a little bit faster. It goes 158 miles miles per hour or 254.28 kilometers an hour. That makes it 3rd place in this list and 1st place in the muscle cars category. Like I said, it's a little bit faster than the previous car, and you can see that by looking at the price. It's also a bit more expensive, coming in at $2,295,000 once again on the San Andreas Super Autos website. I think this one is cooler because it's a convertible, so you can drive with an open roof. It's a really strong car, it goes fast and it drives pretty well. The only downside is the acceleration. Now we have a fairly new car. The 3rd fastest car in GT Online is the Niobe or Niobe. I'm not sure how you exactly pronounce it, but this is a BMW i8 in real life, so that's pretty cool. The top speed is 159.50 miles per hour or 256.69 kilometers an hour. It will cost you 1.88 million on the Legendary Motorsport website. This is for sure my 2nd favorite car in the game, that's because it drives really well. This is one of the smoothest cars I've ever driven in GT Online. The acceleration is great, steering, braking, traction, etc. So just a great car all around, and I would say it's a pretty beginner friendly car. The 2nd fastest car in GT Online is the Italy GTO Stinger TT. It would be 1st place if it was based on car names. With HSW upgrades it can reach a top speed of 168.50 miles per hour or 271.17 kilometers an hour. So it's insanely fast, and its price tag is $2,380,000 on the Legendary Motorsport website once again. It's a sports car if you're wondering. It's based on a real-life 2020 Ferrari Roma with some minor influences from other Ferraris. The Stinger TT was added in June 2023 in the San Andreas Mercenaries update. On top of that, it can also be equipped with a Mani tech, so remote control and missile lock-on jammer. That's one of the only fast cars in this list that can have a Mani tech. It doesn't drive as well as the Niobe, but for races that cover a big distance on like a highway, it's insane. Although it's not my go-to car for races, that's because there's a new car. The winner of the fastest HSW car and automatically the fastest car in GT Online is the new Bravado Banshee GTS. They added this on December 10, 2024 in the latest Agents of Sabotage DLC. Its top speed is 172.50 miles per hour or 277.61 kilometers an hour with a price tag of $1,989,500. You can find it on the Legendary Motorsport website once again. I also believe it's the free claimable vehicle at the Vinewood Car Club garage for GTA Plus members. This is the first car ever in GT Online that goes faster than 170 miles per hour. You could already see it coming, knowing that the Banshee GTS is also the fastest non-HSW car, so imagine how fast it goes with HSW. The HSW upgrade will cost you $1.9 million, so in total this car will cost you $3.9 million. That's without all the other upgrades, so probably like $5 million to cover everything. Now in the past week I have tested this car in a couple races, and let me tell you, it's definitely the best car in the game. Besides that it's really fast, it feels really smooth to drive in, it's great in turns, the acceleration is amazing, and because it's a pretty light car with low suspension, it also has great traction. Not to mention how good the brakes are. For me, it's not my go-to car for races. It's a sports car, so unfortunately I can't select it in any race, but when it's set to the sports class you should definitely use this one. And don't forget the looks. In my opinion this car looks dope. There are some crazy customization options, and it's also an iconic car in the GTA series, especially the blue version with a white stripe. It's based on a real-life Dodge Viper GTS, which is also a very popular car. Hopefully this video helped you guys out, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye bye!